they are a desirable landing spot.
They are.
This isn't something where they have to sell themselves. I mean, we were trying to figure out the best spots for Aaron Rodgers and Russell Wilson a couple of weeks ago, and other than Denver, which still is far from ideal when you consider the Chiefs, the Chargers, maybe whatever happens with the Raiders, depending upon what they do at coach and quarterback, but that's a tough spot to feel like you have the stack decked in your favor.
Right.
But,
you almost said the other one.
No, I did. I
you
deliberately
said
said.
the wrong one.
I deliberately said. I had to stop.
Yes.
See, the problem is
now it's
now
in your
that
head
I
the
am
other way. Yeah.
Right now, it's a phrase that I now have to think. The deck is stacked against me, not the stack is decked against me. But the Steelers are in a spot where I think they can, with Mike Tomlin, one of the best coaches in football, with a great defense, with Najee Harris, with a great group of receivers. Now, it would be nice if they would shore up the offensive line a little bit, but they're in a position where they can just say, we're going to wait for this to come to us.
Yes,
we'll know.
right,
We'll
right.
know. And I think that's the right way to do it. We trust the fact that we are going to be desirable. We trust the fact that the options will emerge and we will know the right way to go. It will manifest itself in due course where we should go, because we are the ones that these quarterbacks should want to come to. We don't have to go sell ourselves to these quarterbacks.
I agree with that. Exactly. I mean, it's Pittsburgh. It's the terrible towel. It's one of the greatest organizations in football history, period. That's the way it is. And they have a national following. Quarterbacks, they know that. Players, that really pay attention to the NFL and are real fans of the NFL, they know how special that Steelers organization is and the history there. Also, I think, Mike, to your point, I think you said a very good thing. I don't think they're the type of team to panic in this type of situation anyways. They might just sit back and wait. I mean, again, this is a team that's been in the playoffs the last 2 years with less than quarterback play. Almost got in the playoffs with Duck Hodges and Mason Rudolph when the year Ben Roethlisberger hurt his elbow. So there is confidence within that organization, and specifically to like what you're talking about because of Mike Tomlin, that they can get it done with their defense and find ways to win without a superstar quarterback. I do think that. And I think because of that, they won't panic or pay too many resources to get some superstar quarterback in there that ruins their football team. I think that's a very real point. And, yeah, there's some things that need to be fixed, but if you're a quarterback and you think of the Steelers, man, those two receivers, you got a young running back, the offensive line, yes, it needs to get better, but at least they flipped it over to get a little younger there, so I think it will get better as we go into the future. You got a TJ Watt, you got a Minka Fitzpatrick, you got a Devin Bush. They're the masters of getting free agent or drafting great front seven players anyways, so they gotta kind of like refill the shelves as far as stock with really good players there, but I don't think it's that far off, and it's in positions that I think they're very gifted at as far as evaluation is concerned.
And despite the outpouring of love and affection and appreciation that Ben Roethlisberger witnessed a couple of weeks ago in his final game at Heinz Field, think of this. Usually when a great quarterback walks away, you're thinking, boy, that's a tough act to follow. I don't know that I want to be the one. There's not even that conversation. It just shows you how far he declined in the final stages of his career, that no one is going to hesitate and say, boy, I really don't want to follow him. And no disrespect intended. I know it's too late for that anytime you utter that phrase. But it just kind of dawned on me. We're not going to have that conversation like, oh, boy, it's like following Tom Brady in New England. No, it's not. It's not like following Peyton Manning in Indianapolis.
No, it's not.
Or any great quarterback anywhere else because he just hasn't been great. And so the bar is low for the Steelers as it relates to quarterback play. So maybe they do get a mid-level guy who will still be better than what they've had. They don't have to break the bank. They don't have to give up 3 first-round draft picks to get him. And they have somebody who will allow them to be competitive for a few years while they draft, develop, and groom someone. But, hey, look, the bottom line is this. Until they had the 11th overall pick in 2004, and got Ben Roethlisberger, they had a long, lean 20 years. And there aren't many places where you can find a young franchise quarterback. The upper reaches of the draft is the place to go. And even there's still an element of a crapshoot to that. They got lucky. Phillip Rivers, Eli Manning, and Ben Roethlisberger, it worked out in the top 11 of the 2004 draft. That rarely occurs. So even when if they get to that point again. There's no guarantee that they're going to get the right guy.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.